The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now Burrow on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
He's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. There to stop him was Rashawn Golden.
To the 48-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
At the 43-yard line.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb, because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's going to air it out deep, and this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Giants 0. Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Now they go screen. It's complete.
Jones.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon.
For the Giants.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Mixon with a first down carry. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Carrier.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Let's go. Defense. Hey, man up, man up.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Fourth and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. They'll try and run with Mixon. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
At the 6-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
55,
Here's Burrow. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. I'll let let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On second down, here's Barkley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 46.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
With the score, Bengals 14, Giants nothing.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones, catch made by Slayton. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Giants.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46.
24 is the mark. Stay with your man. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Here's a give to Barkley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target. 3rd down here.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Blake Martinez, 2nd in the league in tackles last year, gets another there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Burrow looking to pass. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He was covered by Xavier McKinney.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
7-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, he's going to let one fly for Tate. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's going to air it out deep for Green. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Joe Mixon.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fighting him off. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 3rd and medium. They opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Check it back, check it back.
On 3rd down, Mixon. Mixon with a 1st down and more. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down.
Ordinarily, 3rd down is a passing down, but how about that explosive run right there? And when you get a run like that, that means everything came together. Offensive linemen, they didn't just get to the first guys. They got to the 2nd level to help downfield. And I've always said, any run over 7 yards means the wide receivers have done an excellent job blocking downfield.
Sometimes you need a fold, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Line 36. Line 36. How you get ahead? How you get ahead?
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
Gostkowski set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Gostkowski set to kick off.
The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Throwing Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Play action. It's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Burrow on play action. Rolling to his right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former 1st-round pick, there on the coverage.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And they go play action now. Burrow toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. To the air again, Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 2-yard line.
Jones to throw from his end zone. Under pressure and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about...
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Burrow is sacked.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
It was covered by Xavier McKinney.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a...
Oh, and Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard. Line.
Jones pass. Intercepted. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Ross, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And they'll get this down to the 10. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Flush to his right. Now Burrow loses the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Xavier McKinney. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
26, Mike, 26.
On 2nd and 12, McCoy looking for Shepard deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight, That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
On third down, McCoy. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
On first down, Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 28-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch 36, 36 to Mike. Here it comes.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
On second down, Burrow. And that is incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's third down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
Steven Gostkowski set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Complete to
the end result, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Giants first down.
On 1st and 10, McCoy. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for Bengals TD.
Touchdown.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. First carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Gallman again. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. This is Gallman. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A big play there on 3rd and 8. 51 yards on the ground. A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Yeah, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just call the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Five down. Stand up in. 24 is the mic. Come on. Check 99. Check 99.
Now Lewis here on 1st down. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Taken down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Comes to me, it's me.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Here's McCoy. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
A 36-yard.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
36.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Now, after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worth.
Got him there, and it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. The point after try for Gostkowski. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Bengals 43, Giants 3. Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison, 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter. And that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. Flushed out right. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going deep down, and that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. This is caught, and they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
That's good.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Here's a run with Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Now it's Burrow.
The Giants
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Leonard Williams in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cincinnati, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I just dropped the bag.